Welcome back to Hold My Beer Reviews. Today we're diving into the deep end of the anime pool, where the titles are so long they might as well be novels. Seriously, some of these titles are longer than my grocery list.
A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. A loaf of milk, a container of bread, and a Joe Dirt DVD. A Joe Dirt DVD, Scarlett Johansson, and Treasure from a Fish Tank.
So crack open a cold one and join me as we count down 20 anime with unbearably long names. Let's get started.
貴様、本当の名は何というジュゲムジュゲム五行のすり切れカイジャリ水魚の水魚松雲来松風来松クーネルところに住むところやぶら工事のブラ工事パイポパイポパイポのシューリンガンのグーリンダイのポンポコピーポンポコナーの超救命の長介。
Have you ever started reading an anime title and halfway through you forgot how it began? Yeah, me too. Some of these titles are so long, they could be their own synopsis. So here's a question for you. Have you ever judged an anime by its title alone? Let me know in the comments below. Coming in at number 20, we have Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? On the side, Sword Oratoria. I mean, seriously, that's not just a title, that's an entire FAQ section. This spinoff follows Ice Wallenstein and her adventures, giving us a deeper look into the Sword Princess's perspective. Have you guys watched this one? And did you manage to remember the whole title when recommending it to a friend? Tell me in the comments. Up next at 19 is WorldEnd, What Do You Know at the End of the World? Are you busy? Will you save us? If this title were any longer, it would need its own sequel just to fit on the cover. This one is about a post-apocalyptic world where humans are extinct and mythical beings fight against mysterious beasts. Honestly, this one sounds more like an existential crisis than an anime. How many of you have had a mini existential crisis trying to remember this title? Comment below. Number 18 is If You Don't Successfully Pick Up 420 Girls, I'm Going to Die in a Lot of Different Ways. Now, I don't know about you, but if I saw this on my streaming service, I'd probably think it's some type of survival horror dating sim. It follows a protagonist who must charm 420 girls to avoid various bizarre deaths. Do you think you'd survive this anime's premise? Drop a like if you at least try. At number 17, we have the story in which I was kidnapped by a young lady's school to be a sample of the common people. I mean, did the writer just mash together their search history for this one? The plot revolves around a guy who gets kidnapped and brought to an elite girls' school to help the students understand commoners. Also, can we talk about the kidnapping part? Is that even legal? Have you ever felt like a sample of the common people? Let me know. Number 16 is I couldn't become a hero, so I reluctantly decided to get a job. Well, if that isn't the most relatable thing I've ever heard, it's about a guy who dreams of being a hero but ends up working in a magic shop instead. Who here can relate to this post-graduation reality check? Smash the like button if you've ever had to settle for a job instead of following your dreams. At 15, we have My Mental Choices Are Completely Interfering with My School Romantic Comedy. This title could double as my autobiography. The story is about a high school boy cursed with mental choices that force him to make absurd decisions. Anyone else out there feel like their brain's getting in the way of everything? Comment same if your mental choices have ever ruined your romantic comedy. Number 14 is BOFURI. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Now, here's a title that tells you exactly what's going on. It's about a girl who plays an MMORPG and maxes out her defense stat to avoid taking damage. How many of you wish you could max out your defense in real life? Drop a shield emoji in the comments if you do.
That's right, Sex Ed Week! We're gonna be talking about the penis! We'll be talking about penis!
Lucky number 13 is No matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular. Talk about passing the buck, right? The series follows a socially awkward girl trying to become popular in high school. This one is like reading someone else's social media rant. Who else has blamed their friends for their unpopularity? Let's see those hands in the comments. We're halfway through, folks. Time for a check-in. Are you still with me? What's the longest anime title you've ever heard? Share it in the comments and let's see who can come up with the most ridiculous one. At number 12, we have Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks. This title sounds like it was written by someone who couldn't decide between Family Feud and Final Fantasy. The plot centers on a boy who gets transported into an RPG world with his overpowered mom. Seriously, who thinks of these titles? If your mom had a special attack, what would it be? Let me know.
Show me. Okay, guys, this is my actual mom. Let's do this one more time. So let's say she swings at you, right?
Next up, number 11 is I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I don't know what you're thinking. What in Hannibal Lecter is going on here? But trust me, it's not as creepy as it sounds. It's actually a touching story about a boy discovering a girl's secret illness. Would you watch an anime with a title like this? Type yes if you would, and nope if you would pass. Cracking the top 10, we have an observation log of my fiancée who calls herself a villainess. Sounds like someone who took their relationship problems to a whole new level. The story revolves around a guy who observes his fiancée's antics after she claims she's a villainess. How many of you have ever dated someone who you thought were the villain? Hit that like button if you have.
This is proof that 2D is still better than 3D any day.
Number 9 is Shimoneta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. Honestly, that sounds like a world I wouldn't want to live in. The series is set in a dystopian future where dirty jokes and lewdness are banned. Who here loves a good dirty joke? Drop your best ones in the comment. Keep it somewhat clean though. At number 8, we have the Misfit of Demon King Academy, history's strongest Demon King, reincarnates and goes to school with his descendants. Phew! Just saying that title is a workout. The story follows a Demon King who reincarnates and goes to school to reclaim his title. How do they fit this on a Blu-ray case? Have you ever had to reincarnate and go to school with your descendants? Just kidding. Or am I?
Fine. If you really want to fight, I'll fight. But only on one condition. If I win, then you have to go and tell everybody I'm no big deal.
Number 7 is, I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. This one sounds like my kind of grind. It's about a woman who becomes an immortal witch and spends 300 years killing slimes, only to realize she's maxed out her level. Anyone else here who loves a good RPG grind? What's the longest you've ever played one game? Let me know in the comments. At 6, we have We Never Learned Bokuben. It's like a confession and a promise all in one. The story revolves around a high school boy who tutors 3 genius girls with one major flaw. How many of you out there feel like you never learn? Hit that like button if you can relate. Number 5 is Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. This one always gets a double take. The series follows a high school boy who meets a girl dressed as a bunny, visible only to him, and discovers a series of strange phenomena affecting their schoolmates. What's your take on the title? Drop a comment. Sliding into number 4, we have The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. I guess being a slime has its perks. It's about a guy who gets killed and reincarnated in another world as a slime with unique abilities. Anyone out there ever feel like a blob of jelly on a Monday morning? If so, you might relate to this one. What would you do if you got reincarnated as a slime? Let me know in the comments. At number 3, we have The Testament of Sister New Devil, Departures. This title sounds like a rejected soap opera. The story is about a high school student who discovers his new stepsisters are part of a demon clan, leading to various supernatural battles. How do you even explain this one to your friends? If you've had to come up with a soap opera style anime title, what would it be? Share your wildest ideas below. Our runner-up is No Game, No Life 0. This one's a bit more manageable, but still, it's like they couldn't decide if it was a prequel or a sequel. It's a prequel to No Game, No Life, depicting the origins of the world and its ongoing war. Ever feel like your life is one big game with no cheat codes? Smash that like button if you agree.
Get a job at a department store.
And finally, our number 1 spot goes to I Couldn't Become a Hero, so I reluctantly decided to get a job. Yes, this title is so epic it made the list twice. It's the anthem of millennials everywhere. Follows a young man who dreams of being a hero but ends up working at a magic shop after the demon lord is defeated. Who else here feels this deep in their soul? Hit that subscribe button if you've ever had to settle for less than your dreams. So there you have it, folks. 20 anime with titles so long, they could fill a light novel. Which one was your favorite? Did we miss any ridiculously long titles? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode of Hold My Beer Reviews. Until next time, hold my beer and let's watch some anime.